It always starts the same way, a buzzing, faint, almost imperceptible, then a pressure in your chest as if the air around you suddenly thickened. The birds go silent, the wind dies, and then the feeling that you're being watched, not from nearby, but from within. You're standing in the middle of the forest, maybe a river, maybe your bedroom. You don't know why you stopped moving, but you do. And then you see it, or maybe you don't, because sometimes it doesn't want to be seen. But when it does, you'll remember every detail. 7 to 8 feet tall, thin, elongated limbs, a triangular head with enormous black eyes that reflect no light, like twin voids. It's like a praying mantis, but one that walks upright, one that stares back at you with intelligence, one that thinks, feels, understands, and then it's inside your head. Not metaphorically, literally. You don't hear a voice. You feel thoughts. Not yours. It's. The mantis wants to know who you are, what you've seen, what you've hidden. You can't resist. It turns the pages of your memories like a book it already owns. This isn't fiction. This is a story told by dozens, no, hundreds of people all around the world. Different places, different times. The same being, and no one knows where it comes from. The phenomenon has a name now. The mantis entity, or more specifically, the mantis man. One of the most consistent figures reported in alien abduction and high strangeness cases. The earliest reports trace back centuries, if not millennia. Across Africa, tribes like the San People have painted figures with mantis heads into rock walls for thousands of years. In Iran, petroglyphs depict tall insectoid beings with humanoid limbs. In Egypt, texts like the Book of the Dead describe creatures with mantis features leading souls into the afterlife. The Greeks called them mantis, meaning seer or prophet. And in Native American traditions, there are sky spirits, messengers between worlds, who just happen to have the heads of insects. Coincidence? Maybe. But then come the modern encounters. In 2006, a man named Paul Jacks was fishing in the Musconetcong River in New Jersey. The day was quiet, too quiet. Then he felt something near him. Not heard, felt. He turned, and there it was, a massive insect-like figure watching him from the bank. It had black, reflective eyes and thin humanoid limbs, and just as quickly as it appeared, it vanished. 5 years later, another man named Joe was fishing in the same area with his brother when a thick fog rolled in. He heard humming. He felt tingling. And then he saw it. Standing just feet away was a brown humanoid mantis, its mandibles twitching as if it were chewing. Joe couldn't move. Then he felt something impossible, his thoughts being pulled. Memories, fears, childhood images. It was as if the being was extracting data from his brain. Then the creature extended a pair of massive wings and disappeared into the fog. These aren't isolated stories. Witnesses across the US, in Canada, Brazil, Europe, and Asia report nearly identical experiences. A tall, mantis-like creature, cloaked, intelligent, and deeply invasive. Many say it appears in forests, riverbanks, bedrooms, and cars. Sometimes they're alone, sometimes they're abducted, and always it knows them. The pattern is disturbingly consistent. First, the hum, then a vibration, a sensation in the chest. Your hair stands on end, the world quiets. Then the entity appears. The moment you lock eyes, if you can move enough to look, you feel your consciousness pulled like a magnet. Not everyone feels fear. Some describe a strange sense of calm, even clarity. But afterward, they all feel the same thing, like something changed, like they're being watched, like something was taken from them, and they'll never get it back. And then there's the tech. During many of these encounters, electronic devices fail. Phones shut off, watches stop. One fisherman's depth finder reportedly exploded seconds before the creature vanished. Cameras don't record, lights flicker. Some believe these effects are electromagnetic, others say they're dimensional. Because maybe these beings aren't just physical. Maybe they're not from here at all. They act like scientists or commanders. Terry Lovelace, a former assistant attorney general, told of an abduction in Devil's Den State Park where he was taken aboard a craft and saw multiple entities. The Greys were there, but they deferred to a single mantis-like being who communicated directly with Terry, telepathically. It said, "Stop screaming. We don't hurt you. We'll take you back." Thousands of abductees say the same thing. The mantis beings are cold, efficient, focused. They're not curious visitors. They're conducting research on us. The second theory, they're interdimensional. Not aliens, but entities from a different layer of our own reality. Physics tells us there may be more than 4 dimensions. Some theories suggest up to 11. If that's true, then beings with access to those dimensions could move through space like flipping pages in a book. We see one page. They see all of them. That might explain how they appear and disappear without warning. They're not flying in. They're stepping sideways through space. And then there's the third theory, the most disturbing, that they're from here. That millions of years ago, when giant insects roamed the earth, a small group adapted differently. Instead of growing larger, they grew smarter. They went underground, evolved in secret, developed technology, mastered energy manipulation, learned to cloak, and waited for us. These ancient mantis-like beings could have observed the rise of humanity from the shadows. They wouldn't need to invade. They were already here. And now they're comparing, testing, sampling our DNA, trying to understand what makes us different. Emotion, creativity, free will, things their hive-like minds might never truly grasp. But if that's true, where's the proof? Skeptics argue it's all a combination of sleep paralysis, fantasy, and cultural myth. And yes, many symptoms of mantis encounters mirror sleep paralysis. Buzzing, paralysis, hallucinations. But most mantis sightings don't happen at night. They happen when people are fully awake, driving, fishing, hiking. That's not sleep paralysis. That's something else. And what about the ancient art? Why would cultures separated by oceans, languages, and time all depict the same thing? A tall, triangular-headed, insect-like being. Not as a monster, but as a god, a guide, a messenger. Maybe they were trying to warn us, or maybe they were just documenting the truth. The reality is, we don't know what the mantis entities are. We don't even know if they're real. But the stories are consistent, too consistent, and they've been told for far too long to ignore. If they exist, they are not new. They are ancient, they are intelligent, and they are watching. And maybe, just maybe, when you feel that hum, that static in your chest, that strange silence in the air, they're already inside your mind,